Hello there. Welcome to Boiled Autumn Productions, the gateway to your next adventure. It all started in 2008 with the very first end credits scene that would pave the path of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. You think you're the only superhero in the world? Mr. Stark, you've become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet. With every subsequent film, connections were made to the previous movie as well as the next one, culminating in the 2012 epic that is the Avengers. We witnessed Earth's mightiest heroes, Iron Man, the Hulk, Black Widow, Thor, Hawkeye, and Captain America, form a dream team to battle against the maniacal Loki and an army of invading Chitauri aliens. The entire film turned out to be one of the most fantastical superhero movies ever. Even today, a decade later, I still consider it to be an exceptionally awesome ride, and here's a few reasons why. It was the very first superhero team-up. After 4 years of build-up and connections between 5 different movies, the Avengers hit the theaters with a much-anticipated bang. Both fans and newcomers alike witnessed the very first superhero team-up to hit the big screen, an unprecedented event that brought together incredible stars to portray unbelievable characters, all in one movie that could have turned to be a total mess if done incorrectly. However, what we did get was an absolute masterpiece. I know that for me, as well as many other lifelong fans, this was beyond magnificent, because it was both the culmination of years of heroes on pages, as well as the beginning that ushered a new cinematic world. Secondly, we got everything we were promised. Viewers were expecting quite the spectacle, seeing as the previous films build characters individually, as well as leaving quite the abundance of clues towards a future team-up. The premise of a threat so great that the heroes must come together gave fans a small glimpse to the epic that would come to be. While hopes were high, we didn't quite know what we would get, as the build-up was extraordinary. The Avengers would either make or break the MCU, as it had to be exceptional to pay off on the promises made. Otherwise, everything before it would have all been for naught. And as such, when the Avengers did hit the theaters, the film outperformed all expectations. It paid off on the promises and became an iconic film and an MCU cornerstone. Now, the third reason is that we see that even heroes are not perfect. The film shines well in part due to the fact that every hero was shown to have their own internal and external conflicts without having to linger on those aspects for too long. It shows us what each person is fighting to achieve while addressing each Avenger's flaw, as well as providing time to improve on those imperfections and bring them together. Not one character felt out of place. The banter was absolutely hilarious, and the fact that all these storylines did come together was in such an epic fashion was just incredibly amazing. Now, the fourth reason would be that each character had their own time to shine. With so many awesome characters, both primary and secondary, it is amazing that each one gets their own time in the spotlight, both during conversation scenes as well as battle moments. It is quite the feat to get all the characters to have a satisfying arc and meld those stories together. Now, the fifth reason would be that it paved the road for future phases. It was truly remarkable. What actually was truly remarkable is the breadcrumbs that were left in previous movies that culminated in this Clash of Titans, all while providing us with the overarching nemesis in the form of another end credit scene that showcased the enemy of the Avengers, which was the Mad Titan Thanos. This was the very first time all the build-up finally paid off and introduced the world to the connected sphere that is the MCU and the potential it possesses. The precedent that was set thanks to the incredible success of the Avengers provided new unique possibilities with movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, and Black Panther. Now, sixth would be that the film is packed with heart and passion. And while being a mesmerizing array of sci-fi and action, the Avengers also packs quite the punch to the feels. The great spectacle of the assembled team does not overshadow the road to that point, as this dysfunctional family was formed throughout the film perfectly. We witness when Cap, Tony, and Thor square off during their first meeting, as well as the conversation between Banner and Natasha, or the relationship Fury has with Hill and Coulson. The Avengers showed that quite a lot of heart can be combined along with high stakes in this world-ending kind of way. And finally, the seventh reason would be the superb finale. Now, by all accounts, the film, as well as the entire build-up before it, was an absolute mesmerizing success. It was a monumental endeavor that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios totally aced. All the characters and their individual journeys and stories meeting together to an awesome big bang of a finish was so satisfying. And I believe the final cherry on top was surely the 360 shot featuring our heroes back to back, forming a unified circle, ready to bust some heads. Overall, The Avengers is one of the best Marvel movies because of the groundbreaking connections and build up to its climax, the promises that were kept and even exceeded expectations, the core values each character possessed that were felt by the viewers, and the climactic third act that also paved the road for the entirety of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for spending your time with me. Until our next adventure, you all stay marvelous.